So whatever WandaVision's first season has in store for us, it definitely seems like it's going to be a complete story that has a conclusion, which they promise will be emotional and something that the fans love, and could possibly even leave a door open for an upcoming sequel. So I don't think anybody would be surprised if a couple of years down the road we get a follow-up to WandaVision. Now whether that's a second season or something completely different starring Wanda, that's really not going to be shocking. As we know, they've said recently in interviews, every single season of anything on Disney that's Marvel is being looked at as a possibility to continue down the road, but not necessarily right away, which again does make sense. If you look at how the MCU is built, it sort of doesn't make sense that this would be the way because it just doesn't lend itself towards that. Whereas if you look at the Star Wars approach to things, you have Mando, which can come back every year or a little bit more because it's a different style of story. It's not interconnecting with the giant film franchises and going back and forth and all that. So it's really no surprise that WandaVision won't get a season 2 follow-up right away, since that character is going to appear in other projects. So it's like the Doctor Strange scenario where, yeah, it's going to be years between Doctor Strange films, but he's popped up in so many different places that you really don't feel like it's been that long. So recently, while talking with The Hollywood Reporter, WandaVision's showrunner talked a little bit about the upcoming season finale, saying that what they're going to deliver is a fully complete season that wraps everything up. And it's also going to be something that is emotional and emotionally complete, so you don't feel like they're leaving things all over the place and teasing you to come back for a second season, for more down the road, because that's not what this is. And they said that this is more like a story arc from comics that completes itself and finishes off. Yes, there's a couple things we could get back to down the road, but the main crux of the story and the thing we set out to do will be answered and complete by the end of the first season. Now, my takeaway from this is that the big questions will 100% be answered. How did Wanda do this and what's happening? Who's pulling some of the strings? What happens with Vision? Is he truly gone? Is there any chance he can come back? And it's going to be more of a complete answer to those questions instead of something like, for example, The Walking Dead, which is why I stopped watching the show. You know that before the mid-season break, somebody is going to be in peril. Then they come back and that character is okay. You know, by the end of each season, somebody is in peril, and the big question is this character going to die? We come back and open up the next episode and we get the resolution of that, but the next episode happens to be at the start of the next season, which is typically about 8 to 9 months away. They don't want to string you along with that for WandaVision because they can't, because Wanda is naturally going to progress over into Doctor Strange 2 and other MCU appearances. So they can't just leave Vision lingering, let's say in limbo, for another 6 to 7 years and never mention Vision if she's openly talking about what happened to her in other projects. So in a way, they have to complete story arcs and have it feel like a complete run of comics, as they say, because that's what the story demands.